You want answers? You want answers? I want the truth. Hello again, everyone. I'm Eli's dad with Project Eli, where we educate, we lead, and we inspire. Obviously, that's one of the scenes from A Few Good Men, Jack Nicholson, one of my favorites. I've been receiving a whole bunch of different questions from people, and the ones that keep coming up, I thought it might be judicious for us to go over some of these answers. So let's rock and roll. First question comes from a lady from Cape Cod. Her name is Martha Vineyard. And Martha asks, the greatest self-help book of all times is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. So what's the single biggest message that the author is trying to tell us? All right, well, first of all, the book Think and Grow Rich is the blueprint. Most other books that talk about self-help have something to do with that book, Think and Grow Rich. Mr. Hill devoted 25, 30 years of his life to writing the book. And he was commissioned by Andrew Carnegie to go out and talk to all of the top achievers of the day and find out what's the secret to your success. And he spoke to about 500 different people. He expected to get 500 different answers. But you know what? He got the same answer from virtually everybody. Perhaps we ought to pay attention to that. Anyway, let's talk about Napoleon Hill's message from the book Think and Grow Rich. First of all, the first thing that Mr. Hill is saying to us is, you know, things are so perfect in our world, it couldn't have happened by chance. So there has to be what he refers to as an infinite planner, the infinite mind. So the infinite mind is there to assist us. All right? How does the infinite mind assist us? The infinite mind assists us by giving us some laws. Nature's law. I've read not just Think and Grow Rich, but Napoleon Hill wrote a number of different books, and the message is usually pretty much the same. Take a look at nature, see what's happening there, understand it, and act upon it. It's kind of simple as that. Laws of nature always can be counted upon. They act without prejudice. They're non-judgmental. Just like the law of gravity. If you drop something, doesn't matter whether you're a good guy or a bad guy, it's always going to fall down. Napoleon Hill tried to make it easy for us by identifying these laws of nature, just as he says, the infinite mind tried to make it easy for us by giving us these different laws. So what are some of these different laws? Well, first of all, the infinite mind, the number one thing is that the infinite mind does want to help you. And you communicate with the infinite mind by sharing your vision with the infinite planner. You share that vision, and then the infinite mind will help you by giving you a mind flash or presenting you with circumstances that you couldn't predict or plan that will help you to achieve your goal. Now, it doesn't matter whether your goal is for good or for evil if you follow the formula. So the formula is basically you must have a burning desire, something that separates that one thought from all the others. Napoleon Hill refers to it as singleness of purpose. And in his book, one of the major points that he makes is that virtually all of the 500 people that he spoke with that reached major levels of success all received information from their gut, from intuition, from circumstances. He refers to it as the sixth sense. So the first thing you want to do is you want to have that singleness of purpose. And when you have that singleness of purpose, all of the things around you will start to identify with that purpose. That's why it's so critical. And I'll give you an example. Like I said, it can be good or it can be bad. Let's say that you broke up with Eli, you broke up with your girlfriend, and more importantly, she broke up with you. So you got handed your walking papers. You're depressed, you're sad, you're angry, you're upset, and what do? Well, I'm going to give you advice, get on, move on with it, there's many fish in the sea, blah, 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 but you're not listening to that. You need a little bit of a mourning time to recover from the breakup. And what happens is everything that you see and hear starts to remind you of her, the woman. That was our song. That was her favorite dish. That was a TV show that we liked to watch. Oh, she hated when I wore that outfit. All the things will start to remind you of her. Well, that's a negative. On the other side of that is if you're focusing on something positive, then all the things around you will start to relate to that, and you will start to connect things with your objective. It will give you ideas. It will increase your intuition. It will increase your creativity. Anthony Robbins, who is perhaps the #1 pundit for personal development right now, calls it the reticular activation system. You know what? That's a fancy name for if you focus on one thing, the things around you are going to relate to that. So the major point that Napoleon Hill is making in his books, and I've given you just one of the laws that he talks about, singleness of purpose, but there's a list of different laws like gravity that always work. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, they always work. They're consistent, they act without prejudice, and there's something that you can count on. So the #1 thing that Napoleon Hill talks about in all of his books is that there are certain laws of nature, and once we capture those, we can use that powerful force of nature to help us advance. Like I said, I've given you one of those laws right now, the singleness of purpose. There are many others that we've discussed on this channel. But just to answer your specific question, Martha, by the way, Martha runs a bed and breakfast on Cape Cod, if I didn't mention that. My point is, you need to take a look around you, take a look at nature, and figure out what laws are there and use them to your advantage. And because we're never going to end a meeting on a philosophical note, let's all get out there and charge! I'm Eli's dad.